You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_, because that would have been the first place you heard about the breaking news of the day. The Giants have made two moves. We're going to break them all down on this video. First move of the day, the Giants are signing wide receiver Parris Campbell, drafted by the Indianapolis Colts back in the 2019 draft, was a second-round selection. He's going to bring some speed and some playmaking ability to this wide receiver core. We'll break that down, but this just in, the Giants are also bringing back Jihad Ward. Shout out to Hottie. Shout out to Jihad Ward. Very glad he is back. A good depth piece. Now you got him and Raheem Nunez-Roches as your two defensive linemen depth pieces. You still got the core four and Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Azeez Ojulari. That is 6 good defensive linemen you now have on this team. We'll break down every signing in depth. We'll tell you everything you need to know about these players. But this is why you subscribe. When the Giants make a move, we make a video. So go down right now, hit that big red button, subscribe to the channel, help us get to 30,000 subs on the channel. A huge milestone just around the corner. Giants videos every day. Hit that sub button. Let's freaking go. Parris Campbell, you are a New York Football Giant. Campbell reportedly is signing a 1-year deal with the New York Football Giants. A bunch of different reports coming out. I've seen it's a 1-year deal for $7 million. I've seen it's a 1-year deal for $3 million. I've seen it's a 1-year deal for $4.7 million. It's a 1-year deal, $3 million guaranteed, with incentives that could push it up to $7 million. And I like this move from the New York Giants. You needed more speed on the outside. You needed a guy that could stretch the field vertically, and that is exactly what Parris Campbell could do. It just wasn't what he was asked to do in Indianapolis this past year. Go look at what he did at the NFL Combine in 2019. He ran a 4.3 140. He is a burner, and he is someone that's going to fit perfectly in a Joe Schoen offense, as well as Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka. He can line up in the slot. He can line up outside. People think he's a small receiver. He's not a small receiver. He's 6'1", 208. That's plenty of size to be an effective wide receiver in the NFL. Let's look at the stats, though, what he's done in his NFL career so far. The thing that jumps off the screen to me is the lack of games played. Just 7 in 2019, 2 in 2020, 6 in 2021. I think that is why he is only signing a 1-year deal in the NFL for the Giants. But look at what he did in 2020 when he got his sea legs under him, was able to build off of some games, stack some games, and he played, and he produced as well. 63 grabs, 623 yards, just 9.9 yards per catch. But I believe that was more so because of the system and the bad quarterbacks that he played with, like Nick Foles and Matt Ryan and Sam Ehlinger. He didn't really have any quarterbacks like Daniel Jones that could throw the ball downfield, and I believe he's going to be an outside receiver that plays in the slot, and he's going to be someone that puts pressure on opposing team safeties. You can no longer have your first step be up as a safety when you play Big Blue, because you got Waller on one side who ran a 4.40 at the Combine, and you got Parris Campbell on the other who ran a 4.3. Grade the signing for me of Parris Campbell down in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. I want to hear from you guys. Sound off for me. If you get hit with that YouTube ad break right now, scroll on down, answer this question, and by the time you're scrolling up, the ad will be done playing. My grade for Parris Campbell signing with Big Blue is a B+ at the end of the day. You get a very talented individual, a guy that's a former second-round pick, a guy that ran a 4.340, a guy that caught 60-plus balls last year. I believe the best is yet to come for Parris Campbell, and there's no risk here. It's a 1-year deal with $3 million guaranteed. You're buying low, and you're hoping it hits high. Low risk, high reward. Worst case scenario, he doesn't play, he gets hurt, and you move on from him by the end of the season. When you look at this depth chart now for the wide receivers, Jordan Renan just tweeted out, so I want to get this clear. He said the Giants are not done yet adding at the wide receiver position, and for good reason, because Hodgins, Shepard, Wan'Dale Robinson, Parris Campbell are really the only receivers you have. I know you got Jeff Smith, who you signed last night. He's going to compete for this roster spot. Colin Johnson coming off an Achilles injury. Sterling Shepard coming off an ACL. And Wan'Dale Robinson is also coming off an ACL. So the only really healthy wide receivers you have on this roster are Hodgins, Campbell, and Smith. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back Darius Slayton, or maybe they even still look to bring in McCole Hardman. This is going to get very, very interesting. Before we break down Jihad Ward re-signing to the Giants on a one-year deal, I got to give a huge shout-out to today's sponsor, and that is Athletic Greens. Today's Giants Now Free Agency Special is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health, which is something that I need. I start the day with making one great choice, AG1, and more healthy decisions then follow. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix one small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. I love that it also only costs $3 or less than $3 a day, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Promotes gut health, supports immunity, and boosts energy. I promise you, you're going to love it. Thank me later. That link's in the comments and description of today's show. Let's circle to our man, Hottie, Jihad Ward, big number 55. I loved when he signed with the Giants last year, and he really blew away all my expectations. I knew his best years in his career were when he was a Baltimore Raven under the Wink Martindale defense, and he had his best year yet in the National Football League with the Giants this year. And the one word for me for Hottie was depth, and that's what you now have at this D-line. When you look at what you have on the interior, you got Leonard Williams, you got Dexter Lawrence, you got Kayvon Thibodeau, you got Azeez Ojulari, you got your core four. But now you have legit pros as your backups. Jihad Ward, he's a pros pro. Rakeem Nunez-Roches, the lineman, defensive lineman that you signed from the Tampa Bay Bucks, who's a fan favorite over there, that a lot of Tampa fans and beat reporters were sad that he's leaving. Fan favorite, really good in the locker room, like Jihad Ward, likes to talk some noise, brings the energy, and is an aggressive player. You got 6 legit NFL D linemen on this team right now, and I can't oversell what Jihad Ward did this year for the Giants. He was exceptional. He was a great run defender. He even got after the passer a little bit. 43 tackles, 7 tackles for loss for a rotational player is exceptional. He also gave you 3 sacks as a guy that's really a run stopper, and he also gave you 13 QB hits. He was able to find ways to really be effective once again in this Wink Martindale defense. And I think now he can even be a little bit more effective. And with him and Roches now here in Big Blue, you're going to see less from Dexter Lawrence, which is a good thing. He played way too many snaps last year. You'll see a more rested Dexter Lawrence. You'll see a more rested Leonard Williams. I still think you could use another edge rusher that you could pair and be the backup for Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau. Maybe you look in the draft for that aspect, a buy low guy. I don't think they're done there. I'd keep my eyes on Parris Campbell, another former Raven that has some ties to Wink Martindale. Giants are not done yet at all, and so far they have had a hell of a free agency. But the news of the day is the Giants got a wide receiver in NFL free agency. Parris Campbell, you are a New York Football Giant, as well as Jihad Ward, you are a New York Giant. Yet again, just kind of to recap some moves so far. The Giants, they traded for Darren Waller. They signed Bobby Okereke, the inside linebacker from the Indianapolis Colts. You signed Parris Campbell. You signed Rakeem Nunez-Roches. You re-signed Jihad Ward, and you brought in Jeff Smith, who we broke down last night on the channel at home video. News broke at about 11 p.m. Eastern time. I said, you know what? I'm still going to put a video out for you guys. Jeff Smith hasn't played that much in his NFL career. His best game was back in October of 2020, I believe. He had 7 catches on 9 targets. Don't quote me, but I believe for 80 yards. I tweeted it out on my Twitter. You can go watch the highlights over there. Just know this. No matter what time of day it is, no matter what I'm doing, I'm stop, dropping, and rolling when the Giants make a move and we're getting you a video. That is why you subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Another place you could stay up to date on everything surrounding the New York Football Giants is over on my Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. Give me a follow over there. We could talk some ball. Joe Schoen, you're the frickin' man.